shit, what's going on? What's going on? I ain't went live in a minute, but I'm only gonna be a minute. I got shit to do. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. You know, y'all come in this damn group. Y'all gonna see me open the door a few times because that's the only way the lights is down. But y'all come in this group and y'all talk reckless and shit. You know, y'all want to post up a picture of one dog that was not great off of Denzel. Not great at all, honestly. But the fact of the matter is that if you are in love with exotics, if exotics is your thing, this is not the place for you. If y'all ever notice one thing, I don't go to exotic boards and post about how fucked up of people they is. They already know they fucked up. You know what I mean? I got my own problems. What's going on, Jesus? I ain't going to an exotic board and saying, hey, y'all fucked up. But I like, what's going on, Nate Dogg, Douglas? But I will quick to let a person know that, you know, if your dog is deformed, I'm going to let you know. I don't go to y'all boards. You know what I mean? That's just like I don't go to other people's. All right, for sure, Jabbar. I'll hit you up right after this. Well, I probably about an hour. I gotta go to the gym and I gotta finish up some stuff, man. My week got set back as usual. Some family shit, man. People in my family drop like flies. It's amazing, but I tell you, you know, I don't understand why these people, you know what I mean, come to this page and they get mad because they see somebody say fuck exotics, or they get mad because they see somebody post up, you know, these little screwed up dogs. What the hell is y'all mad at me for? Be mad at yourself. I didn't make that little ugly ass dog. It's just that simple. And the thing about it is throughout my career of breeding, any dog that I've ever had, which is far and few in between, that I thought that was just a total train wreck, that mom didn't never get bred. That's the game. If it's messed up, you don't breed it. On the other hand, y'all putting dogs on there that they feet is turned backwards, they can't breathe, they screwed up dogs, the hearts is bad, this is bad, y'all got to start breeding them at 6 months. Y'all got to do all these things, but y'all mad at me. Then you always want to bring up that it's 1 or 2 exotics that live long lives and they healthy. Okay, congratulations, damn it. But y'all breeding 34,000 different times and they do that. Man, Daniel, don't start that shit. Like I told him, the funniest thing about the Odell Beckham shit, my son is on there. Love you, Tyrell. But I tell you what, the funniest thing about the Odell Beckham thing is, what are people so mad about? The punk ass colleges, you know what I'm saying, just got TV contracts. They got millions of dollars. These coaches got $1 million bonuses. The schools making millions of dollars. So what they mad about Odell getting his little money for and giving it to some of these kids? These kids went out there, busted their necks, did all kind of shit, and basically, for real, this shit to me ain't nothing but modern day slavery. You know, every player out there was treated like a slave because millions, I'm talking about millions, from Vegas to TV contracts to ticket sales to university. Man, I looked up the damn ticket sales just to get a ticket to the national championship game. Man, if you didn't have to start out, if you didn't have $2,000, you wasn't making it. That was to start out. And the $2,000 put your ass up in the damn roof. You was up there with pelicans and shit. So these people made all this money off of this thing. What's going on, Mr. Woods? They made all this money and they mad because Odell Beckham decided to come out of his own pocket, his own multi-million-dollar pocket, and give these kids something that this university that been robbing them wouldn't give them. Now, Odell was wrong. I'm going to say this because, Odell, damn it, we all know, you got to be slicker than that now. You got to catch them in the back hallway. You know, if you're going to give them something in the back hallway. But, Rex, exactly. But at the end of the day, these dudes was out there breaking their necks and risking injury and sometimes risking their lives out there, because football is a very dangerous game. Whether, you know, we all love to watch it, but we can't forget how dangerous it is. You know, we see different things where these guys, their brains is fried. You know, these guys are suffering from concussion syndromes at young ages and losing their minds and committing suicide. You putting everything on the line. So what we saw a bunch of teenage you know, very, very young, in their 20s, young men go out there, put their bodies on the line, put their health on the line, and put on a hell of a show. And we saw an NFL player who understands how badly that these kids is getting treated, hand them out money, and now people want to try to chastise him when the true people who should have been chastised was the universities as to why all these kids is getting is some freaking headphones and a cheap ass ring. The ring ain't even that nice. This is just the truth. What's going on, Mr. Cross? This is just the truth. Healthy dogs matter. But I had to go on that. Yeah, Aaron Hernandez's brain was fried. They said that way back in the day. Aaron Hernandez took so many shots to the head, but you got to think this is a long. That's why I ain't going to let my boys play no football early. My oldest son didn't play football. He decided not to leave it alone altogether. But I'm not going to let my boys play football early because it fries your brain, man. You know, once I got into looking into concussions, and we off on a different topic, but I'm with it. Once I start looking into concussions after my years of playing football, and I'm not, you know, pumping myself up with the masculinity thing, but, you know, I was a safety weighing 220 pounds. I was physical. I like to knock the shit out of people. I like to come downhill, and I like to lay into you. Well, what is known as a concussion, see, look, the concussion coming back on me. But what is known as a concussion, I probably had 10 or more, because the symptoms of a concussion back in the day, they called you got dinged. So what they would do is you get dinged, they take you to the sideline, you dizzy as hell, you seeing stars, you literally are seeing stars. And what the trainers would do is they would put 2 fingers, you know what I'm saying, up at all times, like how many fingers I got. It was never 5 fingers, it was always 2 fingers. So if you said you could, you know, if you could focus enough or you could guess 2 fingers, you know, shit, hell, you know what I mean? It's only one hand. You got a 20% chance, no matter what you guess, of how many fingers they got up. You get to go back in the game. Man, I can't tell y'all how many times throughout the years that, you know, my brain was probably screwed up because I led with my head a lot, but we didn't know no better back then. You know what I mean? Y'all remember them days where if you seen that receiver, he didn't see you, that ball was coming, it was knockout time. Bitch, I'm taking your head off. And if it's with my head, that's how it goes. Now we know smarter. But you know what I mean? Yeah, Max, they would say your bell was wrong, and you know, your bell would be wrong. You know, I can honestly say this, and I was telling some kids that I talked to back in the day, you know what I mean, that, you know, it was times where I played and didn't remember, you know, games after certain parts of hits, you know what I mean? But that's just the way the game, you know what I mean? That's just the way the game do it. Man, shut up, Brandon. You know what I mean? The Browns the greatest damn team in the whole world. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I couldn't even keep it together after that one. But, you know, I mean, universities need to really, really be put in check, you know. I think it's almost like a damn near a federal crime, to be honest. I mean, I literally look at it as the universities is stealing from these kids, you know. At some point in time, especially when now they are changing some rules to where, you know, the kids are starting to get paid for their names being on jerseys. But how can you take these kids' image and you selling their image? You selling you know, shirts with them on there. You selling all this stuff and they not get a penny. I mean, to me, that's one of the biggest thefts that we've ever seen right in front of our eyes. You know, the money that's coming into college football is disgusting money. This is some of the most serious money you will ever see coming in, you know, through them gates. If you think that if you think that colleges make less than NFL teams, you sadly fucking mistaken. I'm going to tell you that right now. The major colleges, they making more than NFL teams because they don't have a payroll. Their stadiums is bigger and they got gigantic TV contracts and merchandising contracts that are through the roof. It's just, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Now here go Brian Robinson talking about the reason why I don't like exotics is because my brain is exotic. You take all this football and then you take the years of boxing. I started boxing when I was 8 and I didn't stop boxing until I was 20. What was it? See, I think I stopped boxing when I was 23, 24, maybe. Or somewhere in that area. So that's a lot of years of getting popped in the head. What's going on, Fernando? That's a lot of years of getting popped in that damn head, man. You know what I mean? It's just, hey, Rex, it is a big time source of where a lot of unknown aggression comes from. You know what I mean? these guys, man, I was reading up a lot on the concussion syndromes and stuff. It's really sad. If y'all ain't never checked out the movie Concussion, man, go check it out. And if you read up on more of these studies about concussions and the trauma, a lot of people will rethink letting their kids play football, like contact football, at a very young age. I'm not against football, but I think that at some point in time we got to protect the kids' brains. We got to protect their bodies. It's become more of a big business for us than we actually looking out for the kids. And to see that these, what's going on, Will? To see that these men are taking the type of punishment that they taking, you know what I mean? Me as a dad, I love my boys. I would never let my boys take that kind of punishment, knowing what it is. You know, it's fun. Shit, I had big fun doing it. But knowing what it is and knowing the long-term effects, I think any parent would start to think twice about letting their kids take them kind of shots at a young age. And I'm being serious recommendation, I wouldn't recommend that a kid actually starts really, you know, clacking them pass good at the very earliest, is like middle school, at the very earliest. You know, I would do a bunch of damn flag football with the youth, and I would call it a day, man, because right now, you know, it's too much trauma. What's going on, Tino? It's too much trauma being shown to these kids' heads that it just ain't safe, man. And you know, and I know the NFL is, like they said, the NFL is like one of the top 10 businesses in the world. It is some crazy shit. You know, $15 billion annually and all this other stuff that it brings in. So it's hard to stop it. But we do have to start thinking about, as fathers and mothers, we do have to think about our kids' health. And, you know, we sort of have to pull our personal feelings out of it to see that we want to do that, you know, do the right thing. Man, I'm back, you know, back on dogs. I'm glad to be back in the lab, too. You know, I've had some setbacks here and there, but it's time to get back to breeding, man. Like y'all gonna see on this page, man. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna stick to my guns. And I told y'all, you know how people put up them posts and say, "New year, new me." Well, it's New Year, old me. Fuck exotics and fuck the people who complain about me saying fuck exotics. You know, the truth of the matter is that who are y'all really mad at? Y'all pull them little ugly ass dogs out. They can't breathe. They can't move. They can't do this. They can't do that. Y'all breeding them at 6 months to 8 months. You know what I mean? Y'all, you're putting them on these fake ass grass tables. You got the dog, his legs is curled up under him. His ass is up like Beyonce. His head is all down like a motherfucker who been drinking for 7 days in a row. But you want to be mad at me. Man, fuck you. It just comes down to that, plain and simple, man. I'm just going to tell you like it is, man. Fuck you. And fuck your dog, too. I refuse to argue with anybody that your dog can't outlive my sneakers. It's just that simple. When I work out, I keep a pair of shoes for about 6 months. Now, I done seen many motherfuckers' dogs die in those 6 months. I'm not going to argue with you and you got a 6-month dog. Man, shit. You know what I mean? You shitty. You going there. Your dog lasting 6 months. I'm not going to argue with you. That bitch can't run. I'm not going to argue with you. Your dog coming in a damn wagon. I am not going to argue with you. That's going to be my New Year's resolution. I'm not going back and forth with you motherfuckers with these fucked up dogs. If your dog can't walk to the fight, I don't want to hear nothing. I will fight you, but if your dog can't walk with you to this fight, you can't fight. It's just that simple. If your dog can't come over here and walk these little things to this fight, then you don't need to fight. You need to be paying attention to your dog, because this shit is absolutely ridiculous. You know, I mean, yeah, we talked about a lot of things, but I don't back off nothing I said. Yes, it's crazy that y'all think I'm lying. I will go through my pictures today and I will show y'all where a motherfucker made a banner of a puppy. The puppy had to be 12 weeks old and they didn't put little wings on him. You know what I mean? Goodbye, little twinkle. You know, you was a soldier. Soldier, the nigga he was a damn sperm cell 3 months ago and you talking about he was a soldier. The dog can't even live. You know, none of these dogs can live, but y'all want to argue with me. Anything I tell y'all, I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all the truth. I mean, this is life. I look at my dogs like I look at myself. You know what I mean? I would be very, very ashamed of myself. You know what I mean? If my girl decided to bend it over and give me some of that thing and I die, I would be embarrassed in death. I wouldn't even, when it was time to go to heaven or hell, wherever they're going to send me to, I would be so ashamed wherever I was going. I would hang my head. You know what I mean? Because I know they're going to send me to heaven just because I didn't did enough to get in there. But when they send me, God going to be like, That's how you went out. And you know, then you got to tell the rest of the homies when you get to heaven, like, you know, that, you know, how you died, cuz? And I done had homies that then got killed and stuff. Not like it's no honor in getting killed or anything, but you know, they took a bullet and shit. You know, I got to go to where the dead homies at and tell them, well, I was fucking, and it didn't work out for me. I got killed by the nana. And you know, and you supposed to kill the nana. The nana ain't supposed to kill you, and y'all glorify dogs that literally died busting a nut. But y'all mad at me. See, I was in this process of trying to be a better person. What's going on, Monty? Oh, man, hey, Will, you know it. They talk out their damn neck, their neck and their ass. That's what they talk out of. But I tell you the truth. You know, I've been doing these motivational things, and I've been doing, I always tell you, I'm always very, very upfront with you. I got, like, problems. And sometimes, especially around the holidays, man, my brain gets sort of, I get like the little symptoms of depression come back. I get real stagnant, super stagnant. So it's best for me to go and go see seminars and stuff. But you know, one of the realest things I heard, you know, a brother, you know, a very prominent brother, he was speaking about, you know, when you do business and it wasn't just business, but it was life. And he said, you know, throughout your life, you know what I mean? What's going on, Manuel? Luke. He said, throughout your life, you're going to run into many different situations. But he said the one situation that you will never, ever, ever, ever be able to beat. LA, that's one of my best friends right there. Love you, girl. You will never be able to beat the truth. And so it sounded simple at first, but he said, I'm going to tell you this. He said, understand this too. You will never be able to beat the people who refuse to accept the truth. He said you have stepped into I forget what he called it, but it was like an alternate universe when you argue with people who will argue against the truth and are offended by the truth. And I've been in their world, and I refuse to go back in their world, because you think about this. Over the years, a lot of the shit that these people have said about me, and they be mad and every damn thing else, they really mad because I'm pointing out the fact that your dogs is very, very deformed. You know, they mad because I'm pointing out the fact that your dog's legs is shaped like a circle. Motherfucker, I can't find out where these motherfuckers end at. Your dog literally walking around here like he about to put on a step show down at Spelman or some shit. I don't know what that damn dog is doing. You know what I mean? You mad at me because your dog can't walk right. They mad at me because you put up a video of a deformed ass dog. You know, you mad at me because I make jokes about, you know, y'all cult hero Dax dying because he busted a nut. Y'all mad at me for telling, I ain't never lied on none of these dogs. If you ask for facts, the dogs is fucked up. If you ask for facts, the dogs can't breathe. If you ask for facts, the dogs can't walk. Man. I don't want nothing in my life like that. You know what I mean? That is sad and pathetic. You know, a dog is supposed to have a real life, man. A dog is supposed to, like right now, Mandela's getting older. You know, Denzel old as hell. But the truth of the matter is this is what it is that Dax died a long time ago, man. Dax died years ago, and he died busting a nut. That's the truth. I mean, imagine that. I'm going to go back to that, though, man. The dog died busting a nut. Denzel's old ass still busting nuts. And yeah, he look a little tired after he bust, but technically in dog years, he's 100 years old. So if he fell out after he done busted a nut at 100, that's the way you're supposed to go at 100 years old. You're supposed to come, you know, you be coming and going at the same time, as Richard Pryor say, but not when you a young dog in your prime that you can't even, that's the ultimate and I'm done shit. You know what I mean? And we all adults here. We can talk like adults. It's the most thing, if that thing won't work, life ain't right no more. Why y'all think Viagra is one of the #1 selling prescriptions in the whole world? If that thing don't work, life is sort of over. You just like, well, kill me now. Because, I mean, especially for a man, and I'm going to tell you, and women is real indignant. They'll say it don't matter, but let them get all riled up in your little shit. Go do like this. They talk real bad about you to their friends, you know, and especially when they get mad at you, you limp dick motherfucker. That's how they gonna do you, because that's life. So if we can't accept it as a person, y'all know, and nowhere in the whole, we all adults here, nowhere in the whole entire world is a limp dick is something that we supposed to be cool with. You know, I mean, shit happens. That's why they got prescriptions and stuff for people. You know, some shit happens. But nowhere in the world is a limp dick accepted. A woman don't accept this. You know what I mean? A man ain't gonna accept this. This is not acceptable. All it is in the world is women and men. You know, kids ain't got no business talking about, you know what I mean, extracurriculars. But at the same time, nobody in the world is gonna accept a limp dick ass dog or person or nothing else. The dog died busting a nut. That's all we need to say. We seen, and when I was at the vet in Lakeland, an exotic did that. I seen the exotic go in. It was a little blue dog and stuff, man. And I'm waiting to get Denzel pulled, and I'm wondering what the hell's taking so long. Man, it's literally, I'm talking about literally, in the most literal of fashions, there is an argument going on inside this doctor's office because the little blue dog then busted a nut, fell over and died. These people still want to use the semen. So now the vet is like, this is so wrong. And the guy is like, I'll call my lawyers. The damn semen is my property. And the dog is dead, man. The dog is dead as a door. Now, these are the people y'all want me to argue with. I refuse to argue with these motherfuckers. The dog died busting a nut, man. Just like Dax, just like a lot of the other ones. And we gonna promote this to the world. We gonna actually keep on promoting, let's breed this, let's breed that. We ain't even just talking about bad hips and we talking about a dog that really can't live, can't perform. I'm telling you, if my dog couldn't fuck, I wouldn't want him. It's the whole point of being a stud. Shit, even these women that want to be studs, they go buy them a hard dick. I mean, these dudes ain't, I mean, damn. I see y'all dogs, they look sickly. They walk into the building breathing hard. Their eyes all bugged out. I cannot put my name on nothing like that. And yes, I'm going to talk about it. If y'all getting y'all feelings, so what? It's just what it is. Dax was like 5 or 6 when he checked out. He's in his prime. But you know the craziest thing about Dax is, I'm just being real. I don't care if they get mad. Fuck them. They always mad anyway. A lot of his kids died at a very young age. Check it out. You know what I mean? A lot of his kids died at a very young age. Hey, Larry, they supposed to be on it, you know, but this is hereditary, you know what I mean? This is not something that we making up. This is something that we talk about and people get offended because they got their kids' college funds, you know what I mean, wrapped up into it. But a lot of those kids, you go back to over the years, all of the so-called, you know why Dax could have 4,000 or whatever offspring, and I think somebody said maybe even 5,000 offspring, and you don't see a lot of them because all the earlier ones is dead. You got a few that had decent lifespans, but most of the younger shit that when he was popping, you don't see no old ass Dax dogs running around here too much. That's how you can have that many puppies and you don't see a lot of offspring. You know, a lot of them was dead, a lot of them was fucked up. I know of whole litters that they had to put down because they had heart issues or hip issues. But when we get to speaking this reality, people get in their feelings, and man, fuck your feelings. It's the truth. With serious heart issues with Dax. A lot of bad heart murmurs. A lot of bad hips. You know what I mean? I seen some badass dogs off of Dax, but I could never put that out of my mind that this dog was producing these issues and that he had those same issues. The reason why you can die fucking. You know what I mean? When you got a bad heart, anybody who got heart issues, God bless you. But they tell you, if you got a bad heart, you shouldn't be in there trying to do that damn thing doggy style. You better lay and relax, man. You better let her do all the work, because that heart of yours can't take it. This is the rules of the game. You know? Yeah, and yeah, Chewy, we ain't gonna even talk about all that because a lot of the failed DNA tests and all that shit, man, it's crazy. But everything is hype, you know what I mean? It's all hype, you know what I mean? It's all hype. The world is all hype, you know what I mean? Finally, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, my dirty secret. I had a cheat day and I went by Popeyes and they had a damn chicken sandwich, you know? And I tried the Popeyes chicken. I said, you know what, damn it? Ain't nobody died. It's been months, so maybe this wasn't a trick to eliminate people. So I got the Popeye chicken sandwich. That motherfucker ain't no different than, I mean, it's a chicken sandwich. It was pretty tasty. But shit, it didn't make me want to beat nobody up in line and slam nobody or do nothing, you know what I mean, irrational to a person. But this is the bully game. If you put enough hype on anything, people go blind. They don't even look at what's in front of them no more. They don't even ask the questions like, why is that dog's back as long as a damn, you know, Chevy? Or why is his ass up in the air like Beyonce? Or, you know, why can't that dog breathe? Or, you know, why don't we ever see any offspring off of these so-called great studs that's shipping out semen 4 or 5 times a week? You know what I mean? $5, $10, $15, $20,000. You know what I mean? The funniest thing about it, people talk about, well, Mr. Beans. Who the fuck did Mr. Beans produce? Mr. Beans is supposed to be the $1 million stud. He did the, you name me the great productions off of Mr. Beans. I'll wait. Won't see that shit. I seen a couple that was cute, but he ain't producing no damn studs. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about hype. You know what I mean? If a person can make you believe it's great, then that means it's great. But you know, to you exotic people, I only got one thing to say to you. Mother had you, motherfuck you. Because I'm going to keep on saying what I got to say. And yes, I cuss sometimes, but it's all good. But I'm going to tell you what, man, my folks is coming. It is time for me to get out of here, but I'm going to leave with a positive message. Man, whatever y'all do, y'all don't be like these dogs. Y'all make sure that y'all get some good sex in this weekend. And if you don't, you know what I mean? And if it's hard, you do it hard. Just don't die doing it. You know what I mean? And for all you, you know, hopefully all you people is married and y'all ain't sinning. But if you're going to sin, enjoy yourself. Until next time, man, I'm going to catch up with y'all. I'll be back with some updates on these shows. Everything's locked up for Jersey. I got a contract now for Florida, so hopefully I'll get that signed. And we'll have some contracts for Texas, man. But I thank y'all for rolling with me, man. God bless all y'all. Y'all reach out to y'all loved ones and let them know that y'all care, man. Because really, that's the only shit that matter. I'll holler at y'all later. Much love. Peace.